You know what's funny? There are like two pretty popular Obama movies, and for some reason, I've seen both of them. Um, and I wish I could say it was against my will, but like it was not. Um, one of them is called Barry on Netflix. It's like Obama. It's like college Obama, which is really funny to watch. So yeah, like he's smoking, he's doing the whole thing, and then the other one, Barry's on Netflix, it's like a Netflix original. Then there's
Right.
this other one called Southside with You. I hate myself for even knowing this, but it's called Southside with You, and this one is a romance, right?
Oh, okay.
It's about his first date with Michelle.
That's
Um,
sweet.
yeah, I watched that with my grandma. Okay, I watched
Okay.
that one with my grandma.
You
Um,
had to. That's valid.
I had to. And Barry came out and when I was like in high school and it was critically acclaimed, so I watched it, okay? Um yeah. Yeah. Not that I'm recommending either of those movies. You can definitely do much better things with your time. Hello and welcome to the 41st episode
I
of the Neil
legit
Owens
just
podcast.
told you and you almost
Can you
fucked it up.
stop? I did almost forget the number of the episode, even though Kevin just told me. But it's
Yeah,
the
2 seconds prior.
It's the 41st episode, and we are the only show that weaves together music, movies, TV.
Close, but no, I'll take it.
I'm here as always with my co-host. You know him. You love him most of the time.
Most of the time. It's Kevin. What's up? How are we doing today, tonight, folks? We're back again. Noah always fucking up the intros, all right?
Always, but I came up with our
tagline.
tagline that I messed up actually.
And you still didn't get it right.
I didn't. It's wild.
So that's on you. That's on you, man. But yes,
All right.
we're here. It's been a good week. We're back Monday evening for us right now. A lot of stuff happened last week and over the weekend that we are here to talk about. It's been pretty interesting. There's been a lot of discourse going on, but I say we go ahead and just jump straight into it. Let's get started by talking about the Kanye West documentary, Jeen-Yuhs.
Woo.
Let's go straight into it. Now, there was a story, I want to say it was over the weekend, about how Kanye was complaining that he wanted the final say on the edit.
Right. Yeah. He posted on his Instagram and was like, the movie's coming out. It's about to come out. I need to see this movie and I want to have some say in what this final product looks like before it comes out.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's I mean it's Kanye. No one's surprised.
Yeah,
But
of course. I mean, that's if anyone was gonna do that, it would be Kanye. But
Kanye.
kind of that didn't seem too much in the realm of possibility, considering the fact that this movie was supposed to premiere at Sundance on Sunday, which it did, as you said. So, you can't really just drop that on, when did he say that? Friday, Saturday, or something?
Yeah, it was on Friday.
Yeah, he said that on Friday, and you can't just drop that bombshell 2 days before it's going to premiere. And I'm pretty sure that would have just gone very poorly with Sundance. So, and isn't this like
was not possible.
This is like a decades old.
Yeah, no, like they were filming, like, yeah, when they started filming, it was literally like, I want to say like early 2000s is when they started filming this, or just gathering footage, and then they just kind of, splice it together.
Right. So, yeah, this has been decades in the making. Can't really just say, oh no, I want the final say. And look, there's a lot to that, right? Because I understand there's obviously a lot of deals when it comes to artist representation and being in control of your own image. I get that completely. Right. And also, Kanye is not the type of guy to shy away from saying and doing dumb shit.
Mm-hmm.
So I highly doubt if anything necessarily bad that looked bad on him was in there. I don't think that we'd necessarily
Mm.
see that removed from it.
And here's the thing: at this point, legitimately, I don't think there's anything in this film that could be worse than anything Kanye's already done publicly.
Yeah.
Like, I'm sure it's possible, but at this point, he's essentially done so much that, like,
He's
it would
done
be
so
hard
much
to think
harm
that
to
there would,
himself.
yeah, and he's said so many things that are just like, I don't even know how to explain it. It's just so Kanye. Like, it's so, there's so many bad things he said, so many bad things he's done. You know, and I mean, obviously, there's degrees. You know, there's varying degrees of things. Like, he's not doing any sort of like Kevin Spacey type stuff.
Yeah,
but
of course.
you
Well,
know,
that we know
he's
of.
that we know of.
I certainly hope
Um,
not.
but you know, I mean, he had a whole, he went on a whole Trump thing, which was,
Yeah.
you know, I mean, I feel like that was
Insert 400 years of slavery bit.
right.
That whole deal.
Which
Y'all
is
remember
pretty
that.
bad. So I
Yeah.
don't see like what it is that could possibly be in this film that would be so damning that it's like career ending. Like, Kanye is the one person who at this point I'm not sure if there's actually anything he could do that
I
would
think
be
he's
career
really
ending.
the one true uncancelable.
This is him.
I really do think that he is, because like honestly, just based on how his fan base is, that's just
It doesn't
that's
matter.
never gonna go.
Yeah. No. They're gonna follow him to the ends of the earth.
Exactly.
And like, and I mean, we've talked about Kanye a lot on this podcast. So
Of
like,
course.
I mean, you know, our feelings about him are out there. But yeah, I mean, like, in a way, he's, you know, I guess the genius, you know, and
Ha,
it's
ha.
like, ha ha ha. And so yeah, I feel like anything he does, people are always gonna look at him as like, oh, but he's still a genius though.
He's
You
still
know,
Kanye.
so yeah, I don't think Kanye has anything to worry about in terms of what's in this film.
Yeah.
You know, um, and you know, I've seen some since the film has come out or premiered. Um, I don't know if it was actually even the whole thing that premiered,
It
or
was
maybe just the
the
first
first
part.
act of
Yeah,
a
yeah, yeah,
3-part.
yeah. Because it's long. Like,
Yeah, no, I
as a
bet.
whole thing, I think Netflix is releasing one each week or maybe once each month. I can't remember how they're rolling
Oh
it out, but
shit.
um, because like each one is like a full film on its own,
Yeah.
you know. Um, so yeah, I don't know. I think Kanye genuinely has nothing to worry about, but let's see what Pitchfork had to say about
Yeah,
it.
let's see. So Genius, a Kanye trilogy, Act 1 Vision, a documentary on the life of Kanye West, also known legally as Ye. Respect pronouns here,
Yeah.
folks. Premiered at Sundance Film Festival on Sunday night, January 23rd. The first of 3 parts totaling 7.5 hours. Holy fuck.
See,
Act 1 follows West from his early dealings with Jay-Z's Rockefeller Records in the late 90s until he is introduced as the label's newest artist, which like I actually I did watch, you know, back to the subject of me being a big video essay guy, but I did watch a video essay that detailed a lot of that, and it was really interesting.
wow,
So I'd be happy to see that in documentary form as well.
yeah,
It's set for a nationwide theatrical release on February 10th, ahead of the Netflix premiere February 16th. Oh, so not that bad.
Yeah.
Trilogy was directed by Clarence Cootie Simmons, duo that worked with him for videos for Through the Wire, Jesus Walks, so on and so forth. Cootie recently told Variety that West did not have final approval on the film, but West subsequently demanded, I must get final edit and approval on this doc before it releases on Netflix. It's presently unclear if the version of the film that premiered at Sundance will be released theatrically or on Netflix. I mean, there's not
don't.
much he can do about that.
There isn't, and I think it's like, you know, I don't see any world in which someone like any person that is necessarily like the subject of a documentary gets, you know, the final edit and
Yeah.
approval on it, like
Oh yeah,
there
exactly.
are always bigger studios. Like, I mean, this is Netflix. Like, you know, Kanye doesn't get to just walk in
Yeah, he doesn't
and
get
be
to
like,
pull his dick out and just
yeah, and be like, boom, this
I'm
is
the
the
boss.
movie uploaded on Netflix right now. I don't care
Yeah.
what you have to say, but like that was never gonna happen.
This is the
Like,
massive ego coming to a head here.
right. And it's like, you know, as much as you want to have final say and final edit and everything, that's just not
Yeah.
how things work. Nor would I want him to necessarily have
Oh yeah.
complete creative control because I mean, then we're not getting, you know, and I mean, even this, I guess if these people are supposedly somewhat, you know, friends with Kanye,
Yeah.
and I mean, I imagine that would happen after you know, are documenting his life for, you know,
20
a
years.
good 2 decades.
Yeah.
But, you know, I don't know. Like even then, we're not still necessarily getting the most objective view,
Yeah.
but it's certainly less subjective than what we would get from Kanye. You know,
Yeah. And I mean,
like
at the end of the day, documentary is not an objective format.
right
It's
for sure.
storytelling, but regardless, it's up to the filmmaker and the studio, of course,
Right,
and to have that integrity to tell the story that you want to tell as the creative, as the filmmaker, not the subject. That's
right.
not really how that works. And that's part of why, like, the genre as a whole is so interesting because, yeah, there's obviously some truth to it. Usually, you would hope, right?
Right.
But it's just in how they frame and how they tell the story
Yeah.
that they want to tell as the filmmaker. So having Kanye have the final say over it, it's just that detracts from the medium as a whole.
You're 100% right. And I
Exactly.
don't, and yeah, I legitimately don't think I would want to see that movie. Um, yeah, I really don't think I'd want to. Because I mean, at the end of the day, Kanye's also not like a filmmaker either. So I can't even necessarily, you know that whatever his final edit would be would actually even turn out to be that great of a movie itself.
I mean,
Um,
to be fair, I doubt he's gonna like if he does get final cut of it, it's not gonna be in the technical aspects. It's just gonna be in like, yeah, it's Kanye West. Never mind.
I was
But I
about to
mean,
say,
like, it might just be like, oh, stamp of approval or whatnot.
I wouldn't put it past him to be
I
like,
wouldn't
out
either.
of the get out of the chair. Give me that mouse. He's about to sit down and he
he's
is
about to,
about
he's gonna bust down on some premiere.
yeah, no, he is. He's about to go in. I'm telling you right now. Like so
Shit.
I don't know. I'm still excited to see this movie and see how it turns out. And I'm hoping I mean, I very seriously doubt that anything is gonna come from this, you
Yeah,
know. Kanye's just gonna have to suck it up, you
exactly.
know? And
Because
I
you
think it'll be
can't
good.
bully Netflix. I really don't think you can bully it. Because at the end of the day, once the film's been
Yeah,
shot, you've already signed your release. You don't have any right to that documentary.
yeah. I mean, the royal family has, tried to come against Netflix, and they didn't
No
budge.
one can beat Netflix, man.
So, if the royal family can't do anything about Netflix, I'm sorry, Kanye. You're just gonna have to let this documentary come out, which is probably
Exactly.
very good. Like from what I've heard so far, people that saw the first part, like it's it's pretty good.
Yeah.
Um, so I don't know. I mean,
I mean, it's a
this
it's a short ways away at this point, couple
and
weeks, and then
it's
we'll
and
see
it's
it
so Kanye to be like doing
right
this
before it's
close
gonna be
to yeah,
released.
yeah,
Like,
right.
come
Like
on,
you
man,
had so
come the
much
fuck
time. You knew
on.
this. There were trailers. There was everything. Like you know, and now you're like,
Donda
yo,
2.
yeah, focus on that album. That's not actually gonna come out. Focus on that, and we'll be over here and we'll just watch
Yeah.
this. So
I am excited to see it though.
I
It's
am. I
obviously
am. It's
promising. That's
long. That is
that's gonna
so
be seven and
long.
a half hours. I'm never gonna get back, but I
That's why
mean,
I think you really do need to watch it the week they come out because if you let it stack up, and
Yeah,
then
that's
you've
oh
got
god.
7 hours worth of Kanye. I can't consume that much Kanye
I
content
can't
in one
even.
sitting.
I can't.
I
That's
can't.
not
And even if it's
conceivable.
not current Kanye, he was always a handful. He was
Yeah,
always a
no.
handful.
He always was.
Um, but I'm excited to see that part of him again because I feel like you know
There was
there's
a
definitely
certain
I
air
I
to
miss
his
the old Kanye.
personality.
I miss
Wow,
the
right?
old Kanye. You know,
Wow, he did. He said it.
I said it.
He
I
said the
did it.
meme. But
Oh
no,
god.
I can agree. There was a certain air to his personality back then that will be
Yeah,
interesting to get a glimpse of again.
for
So
sure. For sure.
definitely excited to see it, but let's hope that shit doesn't get delayed. Fingers crossed, folks. Fingers
It won't.
crossed.
It won't. It's nothing.
I know it won't. Netflix not gonna play with that, but
Yeah.
we'll see. Who knows? Maybe he can pull something out. I mean, the thing he doesn't have that Kardashian pull anymore, though.
It's true. He doesn't.
That's that.
Gave it
So I
up.
mean,
Well, I mean, I guess he didn't give it up willingly.
yeah. I mean,
But
well, nah,
nah.
yeah. Beat Pete Davidson's ass. Anyway, moving straight along here. If you've been on the internet for the past couple of like for a week or so, I'll say,
Mhm.
right? Because I'm pretty sure this came out Tuesday or something of last week. Then you've probably heard about this inevitable dumpster fire that is the When We Were Young festival.
God.
This got announced sometime last week, and we didn't get the chance to talk about it on the podcast because it was after we shot it, but
Yeah.
it is a very curious case, and there's a lot of concern around it. But we can just go ahead and talk about it right now. This is supposed to be the quintessential 90s, early 2000s emo throwback concert for all you millennials that loved emo music,
It's
right?
terrifying.
This is that quintessential concert. You've got 65 bands in one day all performing. You got the likes of My Chemical Romance, who were supposed to be doing their reunion tour that got canceled because of pandemic. They're back for this. Paramore, Bring Me the Horizon, A Day to Remember, Pierce the Veil, Alkaline Trio, Dance Gavin Dance, Avril Lavigne. They tried to sneak in Lil Huddy into there. I'm not gonna let that slide,
no,
bro.
I saw that.
I'm not letting that slide.
They're just
Jimmy Eat
like,
World, La Dispute, Story of the Year, Black Veil Brides, Motionless in White. All of these names that mean nothing to Noah, by the way. Paris, Poppy,
no.
Atreyu, 303, Meet Me at the Altar. They're pretty dope, actually. So good for them for getting that. So on and so forth. Still mad at them for trying to sneak in Lil Huddy, by the way. That's just why.
That was why I saw somebody tweet about that, and I was like, wow,
Yeah.
wow.
Yeah. That's stupid. And I mean, like, they snuck in Jixden in there as well, but he's a little less insufferable than Lil Huddy is, so hey. But yeah, this is a dope ass lineup. Not even gonna lie. For the people who were fans of this type of music, this is a good lineup.
Yeah,
this is
like
a really good lineup.
I
This is
obviously
a once in a lifetime.
I never had a scene phase. I was never
You missed
never
out,
seen
man.
kid. Did I?
You missed out, dude. It's a very formative time.
It. I feel like we've talked about this before, but I don't think that would have looked good on me. You know?
Oh no,
I
it
don't
wouldn't.
think it
wouldn't. I mean,
really
check the
bad on me.
thumbnail. It wouldn't. But
Oh wow. Yeah. Oh, I'm scared. I'm scared.
but no, I mean, like, it was a very formative time for a lot of us.
Yeah.
Right.
Like I know that definitely shaped a lot of people, and some people just never like this.
They just never grew.
They never grew out of it. Yeah. But even like me just being like aware of it and like having friends that were really into that, like I saw this lineup and even I was like, is this real?
Yeah, you could you could have been asleep for the past 20 years and you would probably still know a decent bit of the names on
Yeah.
this roster. Like, holy fucking shit.
I was like, this literally like seems like it would be fan made.
Yeah,
Just
this seems
because-
like some fake ass fan made shit. Like when I saw this first, I was like, this is so fake, right? Like this is definitely fake. My Chemical Romance and Paramore, first of all, and then just like going down the line, it's like, what? How did you manage this? And look, a lot of people when they first saw this were rightfully concerned for a number of different reasons. Chief among them, number one, this is a 1-day festival. Now, granted, it just got announced today that it's now been up to 3 days. The other day it was up to 2 days. Now it's up to 3 days. The only problem with that is it's the same lineup all 3 days, the full lineup. It's not like a Coachella or like Day in Vegas that the lineup was split across 3 different days. Which
just
is
like boom, boom,
the
boom.
most efficient way to run a festival, mind you.
Right.
So
everyone's doing the same set.
Yeah, everyone's doing the
3
exact
days in a
same
row.
set, which I mean that helps a bit. That can help reduce crowd size, obviously.
Right.
But these are still going to be sold out shows every
without a
single
doubt.
day. So it's still going to be a
Without a
lot
doubt.
of people. And 65 bands. And now a lot of people have done the math, so I'll just do it for you real quick. This is a 12-hour festival, 65 bands, 3 stages. If you do the math, that comes out to like 30 minutes and change for each band, assuming that they all play at the exact same time and can
Wow, you've got this down.
extremely quickly set up and tear down, which that would be included in their 30 minutes and change, by the way, which 30 minutes is not bad for a festival set. But there's no buffer in between for setup and takedown. I heard rumors. There's some bits about rotating stages where you have the band getting set up in the back and then the band performing in the front, swap them out, shit like that.
Right.
Which, that's kind of efficient, but still, I mean, 30 minutes for a set. And this is also implying that the headliners would also only get 30 minutes, which extremely odd because
that's bad.
If I'm paying
no way.
Just sub $300 to go see My Chemical Romance perform for the first time in forever, no Frozen shit. That I would be mad if they for a 30-minute set. Fuck no.
No way.
Fuck
There's no way.
Fuck no. And you know what's gonna suck is that means like people like Meet Me at the Altar and these like smaller name bands are gonna get shit on with 15-minute sets, so that way they can make room for the headliners' larger sets. Because if you want to assume that My Chemical Romance, Paramore, Bring Me the Horizon, Day to Remember, Avril Lavigne, Bright Eyes, and Jimmy Eat World, these are all headliners.
What are they thinking?
Let's even assume that these 5 right here, Bring Me the Horizon to Jimmy Eat World, those will be 45-minute sets, and these will be hour-long sets. Even then, hour-long sets for a headliner at a festival, that's
you
still
need at
least
least, I would say at least an hour
and
20.
A half. Yeah.
Hour and a half would be ideal. Like
exactly. And this is still all assuming that they're all performing at the exact same time. Like you have to choose between My Chemical Romance and Paramore now. Like what?
No way.
That's odd. That's extremely odd.
I would be that's another thing with this. I would be like hesitant to even go because there's going to be so many.
You're not going to get to see anything. Now, granted, you could get tickets for all 3 days and then treat it like a regular festival.
Right.
That's an option. And you could look, honestly, if you're going to this show and you can afford $600 damn near $900 for all 3 days, spend each day at one stage. That's all you need to do.
Yeah.
That's like, don't get up, don't get water, dehydrate and pass out, right? Don't do that. Obviously, that's a joke.
Don't do it.
Just spend each day at one stage. That's like the smartest way to do it. Now, granted, can you do that now? No, because day 1 and I'm pretty sure day 2 are already sold out. So that's just not happening.
Dang.
And it's just like, why do you have the same lineup for all 3 days? The full that's just
there's
12 hours is not enough time.
I've never heard of a
65
festival
bands.
doing something like this before.
Funny enough,
I've
there was a
never seen
festival that is doing
the one
a
that was
similar
just
thing.
announced with
Lovers and Friends.
Yeah. Wait.
Lovers and Friends.
Oh, I was thinking of a different festival actually.
Wow. Okay. Fun.
Which
We're gonna do some
actually-
more research.
Yeah.
But this is
Let me see what the name of that one.
this is another concern that people had. This reminded them a lot of this Lovers and Friends concert or festival that was supposed to happen a year or two ago. I think it was supposed to happen in 2020 or 2021.
Jeez.
And this is a big ass lineup too, pretty close in size. I think
Yeah.
almost 60. I'm not gonna count because I'm lazy again. But I mean, you've got Miss Lauryn Hill, Usher, Ludacris, Lil Jon. I mean, come on, all these
Jeez.
big ass,
Stack.
you know, like R&B,
This is-
hip hop centric. Like this is another dope ass lineup. This
Yeah,
is so
it's really-
cool.
Dang.
But it was one day.
Kind of Jodeci. Like, man,
Yeah,
this is
This
Sean
is-
Kingston. What is
this is
happening
dope.
here?
this is so insane.
But
And
for
this was
one
also just
day.
one day. And then they're like,
Yeah.
oh, we'll add a second day. Same lineup though. Everyone's playing again. And it's like,
See?
what?
No.
What?
The whatchamacallit, the other lineup, the one that I was talking about is Smokers Club Fest. That's what
Smokers
it's called.
Club Fest? Oh God, I can't wait to look into that one.
Um,
But another problem about this one when it first got announced is there was a lot of artists who were like, I didn't know I was a part of this. What?
no way.
They're like, no one contacted me. And
it was Ja
Megan,
Rule. He didn't know. He didn't know. No
No.
one told Ja Rule.
no, it was like,
Uh,
I think this lineup is no. There's a couple, like Mace had comment, Twista also. There's a couple others. Also, I don't think
Dang.
Megan's on here anymore, but she was on the original lineup, but she was booked for another festival that exact same day.
ah,
So there's a lot with that. And it's like, dude,
Yeah.
what? That looks sketchy. And
this is
yeah, another thing a lot of people are saying though. Actually, let me check out this. What would you say it was called? Smokers
the Smokers Club Fest.
Smokers Club Fest. Smokers Club Fest. Oh God, this is. Oh, yep.
No, not that one. Not that
Not
one.
that
That's
one?
From a previous year.
This one.
That's
This is the one
year's.
April 30th. Let me just open image a new tab. Oh wow. Wow. Oh, this is cool. This is one day too.
Yeah, this is one day.
This is a substantially smaller lineup.
It is.
Like Kid
But I
Cudi,
still don't
A$AP
think you'd
Rocky,
be able to
Cardi,
see everyone you
Schoolboy.
wanted to see.
Only performing Oxymoron? I mean, I guess.
Yeah, I know. That was weird. I was like, I think Kendrick
Wiz
Lamar started
Khalifa,
this.
of course. Joey, Flatbush Zombies, Lupe Fiasco, Danny Brown, Rico. Oh, this is so dope.
I
Zach
know.
Fox. Oh, Mick. Alchemist, Underachievers, Reason, Domo Genesis, Asher Roth. Dude, come on. This is so cool. This
I
is
know.
so cool.
But
But one day, come on. I'm sorry, but like one day festivals that work are like Jambalaya. That lineup was
and that's a very small lineup.
So small, like maybe
Yeah.
like 15 people.
right.
I feel like.
right. Probably
can-
15 max.
Yeah,
Max.
15 max.
That might even be too much. Honestly.
Exactly, but I mean that worked.
Right.
This is just what? Now, thinking about it now, yeah, if you the multiple day lineup works if people are going to multiple days. But that's
Right.
not what the multiple days are for. That's not what they're advertised as. Oh, first day sold out, here's a second day for more people to come. That's not how that's working. It's people who
No.
didn't get to buy tickets for the first day that are then going to turn around and go buy tickets for the second day. And then they have to try to cram in everyone. And the people who didn't get in on the second day have to cram in on the third day. This
It's
is,
just tragic.
yeah, this is very tragic.
It'd be really it's one of those like I feel like it's very bittersweet, you know?
Yeah.
Like it's like
These are such
it's like,
fantastic.
this is everyone I would ever
lineups.
want to see, but then it's like no. you don't
Yeah,
even
it's like
get
that's
to-
not gonna happen. And look, when I first saw this lineup, I was skeptical for the When We Were Young one. When I first saw that, I was like,
Mhm.
I'm gonna fucking go.
Oh, you were all in.
I was in because me and
They
my
got
partner were
you.
talking about it. We're like, I want to go.
Yeah.
I want to go, bro. Fuck. And we were low key down because it's like, yeah,
Wow. Where is
230 is a
it? Where
lot
is it
for a
at?
1 day festival. It's in Las Vegas.
Okay. Oh, Vegas.
1 day
Cool.
festival, $230 is a lot for a 1 day festival, but for all of this,
But you
I mean, come
could
on.
go and, then you could just be in Vegas for a little
Yeah,
bit.
that would
you
be
know?
super dope.
The 230
only thing
is
it
a
would just be
lot
like-
for a 1 day, but also it is a great lineup. Like you would know
Yeah.
that you would go there and you would have a good time. Like that is without a
Exactly.
doubt. Like you're gonna enjoy yourself there.
Exactly. But on top of that, how many time conflicts am I going to have?
A lot.
Especially if they're all playing at the same time. It's too many.
I guess you just have to tell yourself, like, most of these people I probably was never gonna get to see anyway.
Yeah.
So I should just
You're
be
going to
grateful
go
for the ones
hard
that I
for
get to see.
the ones that you really want.
Exactly.
And you're going to have to weigh it.
Exactly.
Now, that's a reality of festivals all the time, that you're going to have
Right.
time conflicts and you're going to have to pick and choose.
Right.
If you're lucky and it's a smaller festival like Jambalaya, I mean, you're within an earshot of the next stage.
Right.
You're fine.
just
But if it's
turn it
bigger
over and
festivals like Coachella or Day in Vegas,
Yeah.
you pick your battles, right?
Good darn.
So yeah, it's so cool. And there's a couple other concerns. Another one a lot of people have been looking at are when you look at the terms and conditions, there's no refunds, no exchanges whatsoever. Now, I will say that's not that weird of a thing.
It's not.
It's
But also I feel like there are a lot of festivals that usually do have some sort of like I mean, I guess you could always sell it if you really needed to.
Yeah.
And
Day
you
in
would sell
Vegas
it
didn't have
very
a return,
easily.
no refund policy. had
They
a no-
they did, but also then like they kind of created an
retracted
out
it.
with like cuz like people were getting, I guess, more comfortable with the pandemic or whatever, so and they were like, if you want to,
Yeah,
here you go.
exactly. And here's the thing with that. Yeah, that's very common in festivals, so I wouldn't necessarily look too much into that.
Yeah.
However, that does raise a lot of concern when you think of just the sheer scale of this lineup.
Mm.
And the fact that I don't know any specifics, but there already have been some that I'll be like, I didn't know I was in this. Same thing
Right.
as it was with Lovers and Friends. The chances that I think that this is going to happen, for sure. I think there's a solid chance that like 20 to 30% of them drop out. And if a lot of them are people that you really wanted to see, you're shit out of luck. You're not getting a refund for that. And I mean, they have like anti-reseller measures too, like a lot of festivals do, which they don't work all the time. But the fact that they have them, it's like, well, you're only out is reselling your ticket. I think they should have like what Ticketmaster does, and you can resell tickets through their portal.
Yeah, that's kind of how
Like
they
that
have
just
it
makes the
for
most sense.
That's how ACL is set up. Like you can
Oh yeah,
resell
then that works.
through-
That works so much better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But most festivals, most festivals are not.
Yeah, festivals
like
they
that.
have to. I mean, they have to they need the money, and they need a shit ton of money up front for such a massive show, which is why they often don't have refund policies. Like they don't allow you to get a refund. It's very common. I wouldn't look too much into that one. However, yeah, if a lot of them are going to end up pulling out of the festival, it's kind of shady still, and it is a little bit of a cash grab in that way. Now,
Right. But hey, it would make it easier for the time conflict.
yeah, hey. The final concern that a lot of people have had is that it's put on by Live Nation. It's a Live Nation promoted and organized event. Yeah. Fuck Live Nation. All my homies hate Live Nation. However, at the same time, we do have to remember Live Nation is by and large the biggest live event organizer.
Right.
I'm pretty sure. Specifically concerts, probably, but I'm pretty sure they're one of the biggest live event organizers. So yeah, they've done a lot of stuff. However, in the aftermath of the Astroworld Disaster Fest, you kind of look at this with a much more cautious eye
Right.
because of the poor organization of that, which was a 2-day festival, if I'm right,
Yeah.
with a substantially smaller lineup, a 1-day festival with a, I don't know, triple lineup.
Yeah.
That's a bit cause for concern. Now, granted, yeah, you can say a lot of it has to do with, Travis Scott, the audience he cultivated, whatever. But at
Right.
the end of the day, there was still a big chunk of the blame on Live Nation for organizing it the way that they did. And
Right.
to have this festival, they're also putting on Lovers and Friends, by the way. I found that out because originally it had said Golden Voice, but looking at updated ones, it's now Live Nation. And looking at that stoner one that you were saying,
Yeah.
that doesn't look to be put on by them, but I mean, I could be wrong.
Mm.
So it's a bit concerning that so quickly in the aftermath of Astroworld, they're like, yeah, we can get away with this, right? We can get away with this. They need some money for those lawsuits, I guess, but
They definitely do.
yeah, they really
They
need that
definitely
money.
do.
But yeah, I don't think this is gonna pan out all too well.
Right.
This is not gonna.
It's not, and there's a possibility it could go off.
This could be the greatest festival of all time for my emo kids, right? Folks, we're back. We had some technical difficulties, and to be quite honest, I'm not sure exactly where we left off, but I remember us talking about the festival possibly being a nightmare or possibly being great. So,
And you know what? That's every festival.
yeah, it is. But this is when you have a lot of the how do I say? When you have a lot of the telltale signs of it being potentially awful,
Right.
And
I mean, you're gonna have ravenous fans at this thing.
yeah,
without doubt.
exactly. The millennials have been locked inside for too long. They gotta
Locked
go.
up.
They've been locked. They
Gotta
gotta
let it out.
They gotta rage. They gotta rage it
I
out.
know. Yeah. It'll be interesting to see. I'll be interested to see how this
Yeah,
turns out.
I'm curious enough to watch from the outside.
Yeah, I was about to say I'll look from the
Yeah, this is
from
not.
afar.
As much as I was definitely down, I can't in good faith recommend anyone purchase tickets for this. I'm not trying to listen. I'm not trying to step on Live Nation's toes. I'm not trying to mess with their money or anything like that. But I just can't
They don't care.
I can't in good faith recommend that anyone because I just don't know that you would have a good time.
No.
And I care about you folks having a good time.
Exactly.
It's the most
Just go to
important thing.
Vegas and have a good time. Just don't even go to the festival.
I mean,
Go to Vegas.
honestly, just watch from the outside. You're like, what they doing in there?
Yeah. And honestly, what's wild is I don't know where the festival is going to be held, but if it's at the Vegas festival grounds,
I think it is the Las Vegas Festival Grounds.
yeah, I feel like you don't even really need to get a ticket. The way it's set up, you can honestly hear and see a decent amount from the outside.
Really? Are there restaurants across from the
legitimately.
street? Just imagine just outdoor dining all day.
That would be wild. I mean,
That
you
would
could
be
stand on the sidewalk.
Yeah, but
and you would at
imagine
least you
getting
might
to
not
eat.
see.
Just
Yeah.
getting to eat and just
That'd be pretty
having
wild.
that would be dope. I'd be so down
It
with
would be
that.
pretty nice.
If I was that broke,
but
I'd
you
be-
could at least hear. You could hear.
yeah.
Um,
Where's this Smokers Club one at? Oh, it's in Southern
I
California.
want to say it's in. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that's in April.
That would be
too.
that would be really cool. But one,
I think this one's the most doable.
Yeah,
Mostly
like
because
that
I
would be
also don't know how
fun.
many stages they're having.
I would 3 sounds generous.
Yeah.
I would say maybe 2, which still with 2 for one day, this is a lot.
That's a lot. 3 makes it a lot more doable. Honestly, stop doing
Yeah,
one. All right, festival organizers, listen. Give me your ear,
there we
right?
go.
Give me your ear. Stop doing 1 day festivals if you're not going to,
You're
one,
gonna have
have 6 or 7 stages.
yeah,
2, have like, if not that, then like a 20-person lineup
smaller lineup.
max. 20
Yeah,
person max.
right.
Cause it's not, this isn't sustainable.
Fine.
And just,
Who wants to do that?
it's not a good time. Like, yeah, you're in the high of like, oh, I get to see all these people. But then reality sets in that you actually don't get to see all these people. And chances are that a lot of them are going to go on at the same time. And you're going to have
Right.
to pick and choose. And that's going to suck.
It's gonna be sad. It'll be
Yeah,
really sad.
exactly. So, again, like I said, I can't in good faith recommend that
We can't.
you purchase tickets for that. If you do, be safe. Much love. Seriously, have a good time if you do go.
Right.
But I
Yeah.
can't in good conscience recommend it.
Probably for the best.
Yeah. Again,
Yeah.
though, happy to be proven wrong. This would be super dope. And if they could replicate it
Time will tell.
the following year in a knock on wood post-pandemic period, it's not happening. But they could replicate that. That would be super cool.
That'd be cool. We'll see. 2023.
2023, gosh.
Yeah.
My thing is if 2022 is going to go as hard as it's been on music, 2023 tours are going to be so amazing.
That's true. I mean, hey, the 2022 tours are already looking.
They're already
Pretty, I
looking
mean,
good, but like,
We're about to have a what? Denzel tour lined
yeah,
up.
Denzel
Zach
tour.
Fox tour.
Jid's going to have to tour.
Jid's gonna tour. You know.
Yeah. Happy to see him for the 3rd time.
All right. Okay.
I love rubbing it in. Sorry.
Okay. We get it.
What have you not seen him at all, or you only saw him once?
I've never seen him.
What? You didn't go to the Catch Me If You Can tour?
I didn't go. I was so broke.
Ah, dude.
I was so broke.
Best 2 days of my life. That's a lie. But
Man.
best back-to-back concert of my life? Yeah.
I know. Okay.
Listen, bro.
I get it.
Get your
All
money
right.
up, not your funny up.
I've
No.
heard the story.
It's so
I could
great.
tell the story myself at this point. That's how many times I've
It's
heard
one
the
of my
story.
it's one of my crowning achievements. Let me have this. But
Fine.
yeah. This is going to be an exciting year. Omicron, fuck off, sincerely. Please. I mean, it's just fuck, man. I'm so tired.
Me
So tired.
too.
Like,
But yeah.
my first genuine COVID scare. Like, it's just been,
Wild.
it's rough, man. It's rough
Man
out
out
here.
there.
I'm hoping it starts dying down, but hey. Knock on wood. I'm triple vax, masked up. I'm starting to stock up on some of those N95
Yeah.
KN95s.
Oh yeah.
Playing it safe out there, folks.
been
All right,
on
be
the-
safe. If you are,
But
listen,
those are
I'm
the
not
best.
gonna be here and be the moral police of telling you not to go to concerts or go out or anything. I know it's been rough because like,
Yeah.
hey, look, fuck it, we're going to concerts, and yeah, maybe not the smartest move. But are we gonna do everything we can to make sure we're safe and get tested when we come back? Absolutely.
Right.
We're gonna play.
We're keeping it safe.
Yeah,
over
we're
here at Neil and the Lint.
exactly playing it as safe
You
as
know?
possible. And it's also not like crowded ass concerts. It's not like stadium
Yeah.
tours. So just
No,
pointing that out
definitely
there.
not that.
I'm just trying to elevate myself to a higher moral high ground. But hey,
You're just trying to make yourself feel
I'm
good.
trying to make myself feel better about it. But listen, I know it's hard out
yeah.
here. Just be as safe as you possibly can. All right, get vaxxed,
Yeah.
triple vaxxed if at all possible. And yeah.
That's up. Bare minimum. Just bare minimum thing.
Actually, bare minimum, not that
thing.
hard, but apparently it is for some. Apparently. But
Apparently.
that's pretty much all I have to say today. I don't know, because I know you were saying that you saw some stuff at Sundance. I don't know if you want to touch on that a bit, or if you wanted to just bring that up during our weekly what we enjoyed this week segment.
Yeah, I mean, I guess we can go ahead and start that segment. I'll just start off with Sundance stuff.
Go ahead and start that off.
So yeah, I went to. Well, I didn't go. I virtually attended, I'm attending. Still have some movies. I have 2 more movies. That I'm seeing. If you want to buy them, you gotta. They're gonna be. But the thing is, I'm only watching 2 more movies tomorrow.
Okay.
And there was a discount at one point. Now the discount's gone. So each movie is $20.
Shit. Oh my God. To watch it at home in my underwear? No thanks.
In underwear, yeah.
No thanks.
Before it was 50% off with the discount.
$10. So that's still a bit. That's still a bit.
It's much. A lot. But here's the thing with a lot of these movies, right? It's like
chances are you'll never get to see them again.
I don't know if when I'm gonna get to see this again. You know, like,
dude,
it could come out.
Like
There's movies I saw at Sundance last year that haven't been officially released yet. You know?
Like,
so it's just like I just gotta take advantage now when I can get it, because I don't know when I'm gonna get to see this again. Exactly. And sure, I could just wait, like, every other normie in the world, but like,
yeah,
I don't want to be
like
that person.
There's ones that I saw at South by Southwest that I fucking would desperately love to rewatch, like Islands.
And you can't.
I can't. There's fucking nowhere.
You know what was playing at a theater I saw recently? Fabulous Filipino Brothers.
Oh, I never got around to finishing that.
You never did?
I started it. I know. Well, because I was
fake, dude.
I was gonna watch it with my partner, and then just the time ran out. Legit.
You're fake. I was
gonna watch it last day.
I didn't watch it, but yeah. Well, I mean, yeah. Islands, I guess that's the thing.
Islands was my dose of Pinot
you had a lot
pride.
of stuff. You had a lot of stuff that you
I know.
had
We're living.
Do
man.
that spring break.
We're living.
I wasn't doing anything at all. I don't have a lot.
I mean, we're winning out here. Loving
this.
Loving this. We got spoilers for No Way Home. We got Filipino Doctor Strange. We got Islands. 2021 was a good.
Are we still doing spoilers for No Way Home? At this point, it's like, come on.
Listen, I can.
They just released the still. They just released. Marvel officially released that still of,
Yeah, but that's not the. That's
of all 3 Spider-Man.
Spoiler.
Like,
that's a different spoiler.
I guess. I'm just like, at this point,
if you haven't seen it, it's been a month now. Like, that's like, if you haven't seen it, you don't care to see it.
You didn't care to see it. Yeah.
Or, I mean, you know what? That's not fair, because a lot of people have very high COVID anxiety. A lot of people are playing it safe. And that's fair.
That is
However,
fair.
I'm pretty sure the theaters are dead with it right now, and you could go and be like 90 feet away from
Yeah. You could have definitely gone to like a matinee and like probably been pretty. It would have been pretty cleared out. I feel like at this point.
Exactly. Or just go see Eternals, which is still playing apparently.
What?
Yeah, I've seen some Eternals thing. I guess maybe it's just not enough going on right now. Anyway, moving on.
Anyway, yes. Sundance. Went to Sundance. Going at Sundance. And got a couple movies that I'm watching. The first movie that I saw, called When You Finish Saving the World, it is Jesse Eisenberg's directorial debut.
Nice.
And it has Finn Wolfhard from Stranger Things. And Julianne Moore. They play I was about to say father and son. Woo! That would have been something would have had to happen there. No, but they play mother and son. And it's kind of, it's just about annoying white people, that a lot of annoying white people content these days.
Yeah, I'm saying they're
they're
out in the windworks.
Annoying white people that, think that they're very socially aware. Finn Wolfhard's character kind of wants to become a little more socially aware to impress a girl that he likes a lot, and he's got like this kind of big TikTok following as a singer.
Okay.
It's not actually TikTok, but it's whatever the
Yeah.
thing is in the movie. He's like a singer. He's kind of popular, and he's got this girl that he's interested in, who's you know, super into politics. He's like, I'm gonna try to impress her, and there's kind
Haven't
of
we all? Da, 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 da,
haven't
da.
we? Oh wow. Um, but yeah, it was fine.
Yeah.
I didn't particularly feel like I needed to watch it again. I gave it 3 out of 5 stars. It was fine.
Yeah.
Um, but after that, I watched this movie called The Worst Person in the World. Now, this movie um is amazing.
Oh
It's
well.
actually phenomenal. Like it's amazing. Um and it's definitely going to be one of my favorite movies of the year. It's a romance movie. Um but it's just and it's not even like particularly uh I don't know, like there's nothing like especially special about it necessarily. Like it's not like in terms of the premise at least. Um
Right.
like it's pretty straightforward. There are uh you know, oh, you saw my review? That's pretty funny. That's pretty funny. I thought it was pretty funny.
I didn't rate
Um
it. Listen, I'm not to be fucked up. I didn't rate it yet. Um, I
wow.
was liking it because you were talking very highly of it, and I wanted a
No.
frame of reference so that I can go back and search for this movie at some point in the near
Wow.
future. I was gonna read your
Wow.
review, but I'm trying not to read while you're talking. Go,
I thought it was pretty funny. I had
all
to
right,
dig at
fine. No, no,
Brockhampton
no,
a little bit,
no, no, no,
but
no. No one wants recognition for his review. He'll get it. It's been a couple hours, but I'm still buzzing. I'm just really in love with
you like that one. Oh, I thought you liked the other one.
which one?
Oh, I thought you liked whatchamacallit? The the one I was talking about before.
Uh,
Um I
where's I'm trying to scroll.
I took a dig at Brockhampton just
Oh,
for the likes.
when you finish saving the
Um
world, or
yeah.
if you walk into a slam poetry event and you hear them playing Brockhampton, just know you are not getting radicalized there.
You're not.
That's pretty
It's
funny.
not gonna happen there.
That's pretty funny. That earns a
Um
like. That earns a like.
yeah. But anyway, worst person in the world. This is a Norwegian movie,
Oh,
but
okay.
very very good. I feel like every time I watch a romance movie, I'm like, man, I should watch more romance movies just because they make you feel so warm and fuzzy inside.
I guess, yeah.
Um, all right, can't relate. That's fine.
No.
Um,
I just haven't felt that too often from many
really,
romance movies, but
man.
there's a couple that I'll
I
say
gotta
do it
put you
for
on.
me.
I gotta put you on.
Yeah, I
'Cause,
don't really I don't gravitate towards those necessarily either. So
like,
I mean
I mean, there are like obviously a lot of bad ones out there, like so many bad ones.
yeah.
But like when it's done well, like this movie, Worst Person in the World, which I am legitimately shocked is not a Best Picture front runner at this point. Like I think it made the short list for like international feature, but
Yeah.
um, this movie is great. It's so good. It's supposedly coming out in March. It's opening in New York and LA. I don't know if it'll open wide
Let's go to
to
LA.
Texas. I hope it does because I want to watch it again. It's very good. The next movie I watched is called Fresh, which has Sebastian Stan and
Mm.
Daisy Edgar Jones, who was in Normal People, which is on Hulu. But this movie, I would just say go into it blind. Like try not to watch. And this was it's coming to Hulu in March.
Damn,
So
Hulu just got
I know they're
Sebastian
killing it.
Stan
They're
now, I
killing it.
guess. They
Um,
just got him
oh
by the
yeah,
balls. Cuz he's in
yeah. Oh
that
yeah, he's in the Pam
Tom and
and
Pam.
Tawny.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that one.
But this movie, it's wild. It's wild. Like but it's a really good time. Like I think the premise is interesting, and I don't know if it necessarily follows through and like commits to being as good as it could be, but I think it's a really fun time, and kind of throws you for a loop. It's really dope. It has like the the title card doesn't drop until like 30 minutes into the movie, and then has opening credits, which is always like a really ballsy move. Like I always love that. Um, so yeah, definitely check this one out. It's fun. It's fun. Next movie I watched is called After Yang, which is definitely not going to be for everyone. It's like very quiet. A lot of people might call it slow, but it really is like it's like a slow burn. It's very much a slow burn. It's a sci-fi movie. So, if you like, like stuff like Ex Machina, maybe even Her, like you might be into this. Stars Colin Farrell. And this one is about so essentially Colin Farrell and his wife have adopted um this Chinese girl, and they in this sci-fi world have adopted or have bought essentially a robot, which is called a techno sapien. And he is also Chinese, and they bought him so that he could kind of so that their daughter would have someone that's also Chinese to relate to, since neither of them were. And so it has, I mean, it just has a lot to say about I think like adoption and what it means to be human. And obviously there are like a lot of things it's also saying about being Chinese that I personally cannot speak to. Um,
Hmm.
but I think it is a really great movie, really, really good movie, which is also coming out in March. So there's that. And then the last movie I saw today was called Duel. Um, and it has Karen Gillan from whatchamacallit, Guardians of the Galaxy, also Doctor Who.
Yes.
And she essentially finds out that she is getting she's gonna die. And in this world, she's able to create a clone of herself. Um, so that whenever she dies, there's this person's already there for her family and loved ones. So it's like she never actually left. And I won't really say anything more after that. But it wasn't bad. I think some people may like it more than I did. I like this director's previous work, which was The Art of Self Defense, also on Hulu.
Mm.
Just a Hulu promo at this point.
Yeah, I guess
Um,
so, man.
Also very good. And um, yeah, you should watch that Art of Self Defense. This one didn't connect with me as much. He has this like very deadpan style that I think worked better on that movie than on this one. Um, but I'd still probably recommend it to people to see how they like it. And that's everything I've seen so far. Tomorrow I have two more movies. One of them is actually from these two directors that directed an episode of Atlanta, so I'm excited for that. Um, and yeah, that was everything at Sundance. Um, TV though, Euphoria,
TV.
Euphoria, of course. Honestly, I like this week's episode. It was my favorite episode of the season thus far. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh, really?
Um, yeah, I thought it was good. Did you watch it yet?
No, no, no. My partner and I discussed that we're gonna binge Euphoria when I go see her.
Ah, got you.
Yes.
Yeah. That's my favorite episode of the season thus far. This show is still kind of a mess, like narratively. I don't know what the structure is they're going for here, but yeah, yeah. Um, saw Ozark, amazing. You have to tap in as soon as you can
Planning on it.
because
Planning on it.
it's amazing. It's so good. Like it doesn't make sense how good it is, and it's just like constantly keeps on like upping the stakes and just I don't know how the show's gonna end, but I'm excited. Also watched New Abbott Elementary, funny as usual.
Yes.
And then I watched all the last season of Search Party on HBO Max. It was also very good. Um, and like I said, I didn't listen to any new music except for the new Denzel single. That was it.
Damn. Damn.
I didn't. I tried. I taste. I took a little taste of the Chinois. Um, just a little taste of it. Last night, and I was like, I was digging what I heard.
Mhm.
I just didn't end up finishing it, but yeah, there wasn't really anything. There wasn't really anything
No,
this
no,
week.
I bet. I bet. I didn't manage to. I didn't even notice the Chain Noir one, so I'll have to pick that one up soon.
Yeah,
However,
I just took a little nibble.
yeah,
Nothing too serious.
no, that makes sense. Makes perfect sense. But yeah, I got into a bit more music than you did this week, so I guess I'll start with that.
Shocker,
Wow, really? No,
shocker.
New Rich Brian EP I thought was pretty fine. There's a couple of tracks on there that I
I
think are
did
pretty
see that.
cool. This track with Mick Jenkins and Blue by an artist named Isaac Zale called Somebody Dies. I thought was a
Mm,
pretty good single.
mm-hmm.
New Mac Hami Project EP. I don't necessarily know exactly what it's classified as. A couple of solid tracks on
Yeah.
there as well. I think it's pretty decent. Do. Oh, this Dev Lemon's track, One Whole Me, and this other track that I was hyping up last year, Chicken Wings by Sam Henshaw, just got a remix with
Mm.
Mick Jenkins and Bando.
Oh.
So I thought
Oh.
that was super dope. I really enjoyed that.
Oh.
And of course, loved that Denzel track. It's so good. I'm so excited to hear
It's too
more
good.
from him. This whole vibe, this whole aesthetic, I'm really digging it so far.
And his hair looks so dope.
It does. Even though it's a little Lisa Simpson-y, I'll dig it.
Hey, he said, stop calling.
Yeah, I
him
know. It's
He-
just this is last time for the meme. Last time for the meme. But no,
it's pretty funny.
it's really it looks really dope in the whole music video and that whole
Right.
aesthetic going on with the film kind of motifs and
Mhm,
shit like that. I thought were really cool. But moving on to TV, had another pretty packed week with that as well.
Look at you.
I know. Finally finished Big Mouth
You're on it.
season 5. I think this ends very well. Definitely, it did get
Is
better.
that the last season?
No.
Oh, okay.
Unfortunately
ended.
not. However, I would say that if they were to end it somewhere, this is a very solid ending. I'm not gonna
Okay.
like spoil anything because like I don't know if people are into it like that. But the last episode would be a really good note to end on. But yeah, that's just that. Watch the new Abbott Elementary. Like you said, funny as always. Loving it so far. So excited for the rest of the season as well.
Need more Zach Fox.
Yes, more Zach Fox. New episode of Peacemaker. This is the best episode of the season yet. Episode 4.
Really?
I don't know when the new episodes exactly come out, but that was the best episode yet. Oh my
like
god,
it's
it was
Thursdays.
so good. It was
I still need to watch.
it was a really good episode. It's like a bit of a weird start to the series.
I haven't seen any.
No, I'm saying like the series as a whole is a bit of a weird start.
Oh yeah.
But once you get into it, it's season 4 or episode 4 rather is so.
I've been hearing a lot of
so
good
good.
things about
It's-
the show, so I'm.
It's worth it. It's definitely worth it. Episode 4, phenomenal.
That's good.
I don't know if I had mentioned it last time, but I did watch episode 4 of Atlanta season 2. That was the only episode I got around watching this week. I was a little bit more busy than usual to
What episode
watch
is that.
The Helen one, the one where the German thing.
That one.
Yeah, it was a.
That was fun.
Yeah, it was fun.
It's a fun episode.
It's fun.
I like that.
It was what was the one? The money one right before that. I definitely liked the bit
That
more,
one's
but-
funnier. Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, it was still solid. I'm still excited to finish the rest of the season.
I
But
need you to hurry it up.
I know. I'm trying to hurry it up. However, what has been taking up my time recently, and honestly, not even that much, was I started this series Archive 81 on Netflix. It's a new series on Netflix.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's getting pretty big right now.
Yeah.
It's pretty solid. It's I will say one thing about the show. they really know how to end an episode. That
Mm.
is what they know how to do well. The episodes can be kind of
Keep you
slow
coming
at
back for
times.
more.
Yeah, but they really know how to solidify the ending of the episode and make you, well, I want to see the next part. Yeah, they run a little
Yeah.
slow. Some of the performances are kind of meh at times, but it's interesting enough.
Dang.
Once you get past the first episode, it starts to take off. I watched the first 3 episodes. I think there's 8 in the season. I want to say, or I guess in the show. But yeah, pretty deep. And yeah, there's 8 episodes, so I'm looking forward to finishing that. But yeah, definitely want to. I'm trying my best to keep up with new shows. So that was one of the ones that I was like, I'm going to commit myself to this, and I'm going to finish it.
Yeah.
And I will finish Atlanta season 2. I'm going to finish it before season 3 starts. 100% guarantee. But, and I'm not even that far off. There's only like, well, there's 10 episodes, right? And I'm just almost halfway done with it. And it's, I can go through it so quick though if I wanted to.
I'm about to, I might lap you though. Because I'm rewatching it again right now.
Lap me all you want. If I don't have a lot to watch, I can go through that shit so fast.
Yeah.
Oh, but I guess I'll wrap up video games. I 100%ed the Spider-Man PS5 remastered, and I mean I had a really good time finishing that up. And nice. Monster Hunter Rise got the PC port, and I'd never played a Monster Hunter game before that, but it's a good time. So that's that. That's all I have to say about that. That's my wrap up, my media wrap up. Figure I'd throw in some video games every now and then, hey, fuck it.
Why not? Switch it up.
Exactly. But
we gotta throw in some, we gotta start doing that, throw in
some other stuff. Gotta throw in some books at times too for reading books.
I am reading books. I'm actually reading a manga right now.
Oh wow. What manga?
Yeah. Berserk.
Okay. I'm vaguely familiar.
And yeah, and it's just like some of my friends decided we were gonna just have a book club, so we've been reading books, and then for this next book, one of my friends was like, what if we read a manga? And we were like, sure, let's do it.
Yeah.
So
hey, fuck it.
Reading that right now. Pretty cool.
Super cool.
The only thing is I like having books physically. I like having them in my hand. I don't do well with the reading on a screen.
Yeah, no. Honestly, I think I need to start switching back to physical, because I don't think I do well on that either.
And I don't mind I don't mind dishing out the money, because I also feel I don't know, it'll be cool one day to be able to be look at all my books. Look at the books that I read. I don't know, I just want to have a bookshelf,
Yeah.
And have books on it. That sounds really stupid, but
no, that's valid.
I feel that could be a very nice staple in a room,
Yeah.
So that's the only reason I'm reading books, is so that I can put them on a bookshelf.
Hey, that's where they're supposed to go, aren't they?
You're right about that.
Exactamente. So there you go. Folks, if you are listening on one of our various podcast listening platforms, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, we also have YouTube if you want to see our dumb little faces while we do it, and look at our graphics as well, what we're looking at. If you look up Neon Lens on YouTube, and if you're watching on YouTube and you gotta get on going, you just want to listen, all those aforementioned podcast platforms. And also we stream on Mondays, 6:30 Central. You can do the math on the rest of them. I'm really hungry, so I'm going to wrap this up. Folks, peace out.